Hey everyone, it's me Neita and welcome to my channel. In today's video, today I'm going to be doing my first episode of my series on how to make money with a 4x4 embroidery machine. I'm super excited to start this series with you guys. I'm hoping that you guys like it and enjoy it because I'm super excited to test all these new designs that I have planned out. So far I have 7 projects planned out. I don't know how I'm gonna separate them, if I'm gonna do them all in separate videos or not. I'm not sure, but I have a bunch of different projects for you guys, and the nice thing about today's video, it is super user-friendly and perfect for people who are really new to embroidery. So if this is like, if you just got a new embroidery machine and you haven't tested it out, this project is perfect for beginners. So I'm gonna give you guys a little sneak peek on what we're gonna be making today. So I was able to create this little bow with just a 4x4 hoop. So super easy to do. Only thing you're really gonna need is a hot glue gun and some faux leather. So I have a bunch of different colors that I'm gonna be using today, and I have 2 4x4 hoops. So I'm gonna be running my PE800 and my PE770. Now both these machines can go up to a 5x7, but because I wanna show you guys what you can do with that 4x4 hoop, I'm gonna be using my 4x4s today. So you'll be able to do these same exact designs on your 4x4 hoop. So if you have a machine that only goes up to a 4x4, luckily these designs you'll be able to do with the machine you have. I know a lot of you guys, just like me, have to start out with a single needle, and some of you guys have started out with just a 4x4 machine, and you're probably lost and discouraged on the things that you can make. But I want to do this series to kind of show you guys that you literally can make money with any type of machine you have. So hopefully this video will motivate you and inspire you to get going on your machine and using that bad boy and putting that bad boy to use, and hopefully you make some money from some of these project ideas. So let's just go ahead and jump in. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys all the materials I'm gonna be using for today's project. Okay, so like I showed you guys before, we are gonna be doing some different types of bows. So I have this type of style and 2 other styles I'm gonna show you guys how to do today. So I ordered a bunch of faux leather off of Amazon. So I just got basic white faux leather because I want to add some 4th of July themed bows to my Etsy shop. So I just got some basic white leather or faux leather from Amazon, and then I also got this variety pack from Amazon too. So I'm thinking I want to add bows to my Etsy shop. I recently, when I restocked my donut fabric, it should be here in a few weeks, but I ordered some donut sprinkle faux leather, and I also ordered some other prints too in faux leather because I want to add some bows to my Etsy shop, and bows to go with my bell-bottom outfits or any type of outfits that I create. So I plan on adding bows to my shop, and you can use your embroidery machine to make these. Like, super easy. It took me probably about like 5 minutes all together to make this. So anyways, I'm getting sidetracked. I have 2 different types of faux leather. I also have some embroidery vinyl that I want to test out. I got this from Kids Customs Designs. I should have that website linked down below, so if you guys are interested in getting some embroidery vinyl, definitely go check out her website. And then depending on what type of style of bow you want, you could do it with clips, or you could do it with these little nylon headbands. So definitely there's different ways and different ways you can wear the bows. I'm going to show you guys how to do both of those today. And I even saw somebody using a bow as like a keychain. So all they did was add a little keychain to it. So these are very versatile. If you don't want to use it as like a traditional hair bow, I'm sure you can find many other different ways to do them. But the nice thing about bows is you can get super duper creative because you have chunky glitter faux leather, you have different print faux leathers, and you can get like basic just plain faux leather. So I'm getting really into faux leather. Like, I'm kind of getting obsessed with it. You'll need at least a 4x4 hoop for this project. I do believe if you have a 5x7, you can fit 2 bows onto it, and with a 6x10 you can fit multiple bow designs and bust out a bunch of them. But if you only have a 4x4, you'll be able just to do one at a time, and you know what? That's okay. So let's go ahead and I'll show you what the embroidery file looks like. I have 3 different bows I'm going to show you guys, so let's go ahead and head over to my computer now. Okay, so this is what the file is going to look like on, I guess your hoop or whatnot. So you'll have the bow part and then the back of the bow and then the part that wraps around the bow. So you'll have 3 different parts. You could do these all 3 different colors. You can do all the same colors, or you can just mix and match the bows or the print or however you want to. You can get very creative with these. So I have this style. Let me go ahead and switch over to the other style that I'm going to be doing today. We're also going to be doing a sailor bow styled type of bow. So you'll see once I'm done what I'm talking about. There's different styles of bows that you can create. One of my favorites is the sailor type of bow. So I'm going to be making one of these today. I purchased these off Etsy, and I got the 4x4 small bow version, but they also have a 5x7 and a 6x10 version as well. So they have a small, medium, and large style bow. So if you want to do like one of those big style sailor bows, you can definitely do that. You'll just have to purchase either the bundle or purchase the file separately, and I'll make sure and leave the person's Etsy shop down below. I stumbled upon their Etsy shop and was instantly hooked. I'm actually going to be doing a few projects from some of the files that I purchased from that Etsy shop. But let me actually show you the Etsy shop since I'm going to go ahead and be talking about them. I am going to be doing a bunch of designs from Crashing Waves Designs, and here's the bow that I've already showed you. Let's go ahead and go back. And I also purchased the sailor bow too. Like, look how stinking cute these are. And as you can see in this picture, she actually used a key ring instead of like a clip or a headband for the bow, so you can even just use it as like a keychain. But I must say, the whole aesthetic of this person's Etsy shop is just beautiful. Like, look at her pictures. Like, I literally want everything from her Etsy shop. So I'm going to be doing a bunch of different other designs, so make sure and stay tuned for the rest of the videos I'm going to be doing on a couple of these designs. Finally, I'm going to be doing these sailor bows, and I wanted to do a 4th of July themed one, so I got these. I'm super excited to test these out. So I'm gonna have a bunch of bow designs that I'll be able to add to my Etsy and to my outfits. So let's go ahead and just get started on all these designs. Okay, so because I'm doing a 4th of July themed bow set, I just have a red and like a navy blue, and then I'm doing like a sunflower themed set, so I just have yellow and green because it matches with the faux leather. So I'm gonna have one machine set up specifically for all of the sunflower designs, and then I'll have a machine set up specifically for the 4th of July designs. Also, because I'm doing bows, I'm going to be using tearaway stabilizer for these projects. So I'm going to cut a bunch of pieces of tearaway stabilizer to fit onto my 4x4 hoops. Going to lightly spray the stabilizer with some 505 spray. This will just help the faux leather stick to the stabilizer while it's stitching it out, and it won't shift and move around. So just a little spritz. Okay, so here is the design on the PE 770. It doesn't really tell you the thread colors at all on the machine, so you kind of just have to know the design, or you can print out, I believe, the steps, or you can also press the check color, but this is a very simple design, so I don't really have to worry too much about that. And then here is one of the first 4th of July themed bows, so all I have to do now is just press go. And I'm just going to have it stitch right onto the stabilizer. Okay, so this one just did the first 2 steps, which is the blue portion of the bow. So I'm going to lay down my faux leather, and it's going to start tacking that piece down. And then for this one, I haven't decided yet what colors I want to do, so let's take a look at the color options. Okay, so for the 4th of July one, I'm going to be using just basic white, and then I have some like navy blue fabric. For the sunflower ones, I get to be really creative. Let's go ahead and do the same exact one, but in a sailor bow style. So I'm going to pick the same print. So I'm going to use this print and this glittery print together. Okay, so I have my leather down. I have one little tiny piece for the green. That's going to be the part where it wraps around the bow, and then here is the bow and then the like sailor part of it. So I'm just going to go ahead and lay my faux leather down like this, and the machine's going to go ahead and stitch everything down. One of the 4th of July bows. I'm not done. I still have to do the design on them still. So I'm going to go ahead and rehoop this and let this one go ahead and finish stitching out. Okay, so here is the sunflower sailor bow. So now I'm going to go ahead and just pop it out of the hoop. And you can go ahead and start tearing away the stabilizer if you want. Now I'm going to take some sharp scissors and just trim really closely around the stitches. Okay, so we have our 3 pieces. So now what I'll do is I'll take my hot glue gun and I'm going to glue these pieces together. But let me go ahead and restart my machine so I can finish up that 4th of July themed bow. This combination now for another bow. Okay guys, so I have finished making all the bows that I want to make for today. I have a lot. So basically now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to cut each of the bows out. You wanna try and get as close to the stitches as possible. So basically I'm just gonna trim all the threads on these, cut them out, and then I'm gonna have to hot glue them so they turn out looking similar to this. So let's go ahead and just cut these out, trim the threads, and then I'll show you guys how to assemble them. Okay guys, so I am all done cutting out all of the bows. It is a few hours later. The kids got me all distracted. Look at that mess though that I have from just making these few bows. Basically all I have to do now is just hot glue all the pieces together and add a little clip to the back. I'm gonna go ahead now, just get my heat gun, not my heat gun, my hot glue gun, whatever you wanna call it, warmed up so I can start gluing these together. Okay, so now it is time to glue the pieces together. So depending on what type of style of bow you have, it'll come with different pieces, different parts for you to assemble. For the type of bows that I'm doing tonight, there's only 3 pieces. You should have like a main bow part, another part of the bow that will go behind the main bow, and then some type of wrap that'll wrap around the center of the bow. So for the main part of the bow, basically all you're gonna do is fold the outer corners inward, and you're gonna go ahead and hot glue them. And then I have a clip that I will clip onto the bow just to like help it stay in place for it to have time to dry. So I'm gonna go ahead and just add some glue. And I clipped it, so it's gonna go ahead and dry. It shouldn't take very long to dry, just a couple seconds. While that's drying, I'm gonna go ahead and assemble my next little bow and give that time to dry. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and add some glue to this little part, and then that part of the bow will go right on top of it. I like to keep my scissors right next to me, so if I see any threads I need to trim off, I can go ahead and trim those. Okay, so I have my little wrap that goes in the center of the bow. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and hot glue that. I'm gonna go ahead and hot glue the front and then add some hot glue to the back as well. And before the hot glue dries, I'm gonna go ahead and add my clip. Okay, so here is just 2 of the bows that I just made. I freaking love how these turned out. These came out super cute and were super easy to make. These bows took a little bit longer because they had all the stitching, so definitely I would charge more for these bows than I would just like one of these basic bows, because these literally took like a minute to stitch out. These took about 20 minutes per bow to stitch out, so make sure if you make these type of bows with embroidery on it and stitches, definitely charge more for it. But I'm gonna go ahead and make a bunch more of these, so let's just finish making these bows. Here's the one that I did with fabric. This one was a little bit harder to do, just to get like the placement of the fabric, and I had to go back a few steps and go forward a few steps to be able to add the fabric. So I definitely like how it came out. The look of it is super cute. Okay, now for the nylon one, I'm going to go ahead and heat it with the nylon already there. This one's a little bit easier to work with. The faux leather is not as thick as the one that's embroidered, so that's kind of nice. Just go ahead and clip it. You're gonna let it dry and trim off any threads that you see. How stinking cute! I even added a little keychain so you guys can kind of get the idea on how you guys can add it to a backpack, a keychain. So like I said before, you can use it as a keychain, you can use it as a headband, or you can use it as a clip. So many ways you could use these little in the hoop bows. One thing I like about making these bows is you can interchange like the fabric and the colors. Like you can make them super unique and make them your own. So I'm excited to actually test out and see what other designs I can find, what other type of faux leathers I can find, and I'm excited to add these to my shop. I feel like these would be really cute to complete like a whole outfit or just like a standalone. so here are all the bows that I was able to finish today. So some of these will be a baby shower gift, some of these I'll be listing, and some of these will be added to outfits. So I'm super excited with how these turned out. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Like, this is totally giving me JoJo vibes, but I really love how these turned out, and I'm going to be adding them to my shop because they were super easy to make. They're pretty quick to stitch out. Besides these ones were a little bit longer. But for all these little basic ones, like, they were super easy to stitch out. The cost of the materials alone, not too expensive. I got 6 rolls of the faux leather for $9.99 off Amazon. So I still have a bunch of leather left over, and I was able to make quite a bit of bows. So I definitely recommend trying this out, especially if you're a beginner and you just got your machine and you're a little intimidated. I think an easy, simple project like this would be a really good start for you. Cheap materials, and you don't really need anything besides an embroidery machine with a 4x4 hoop and a hot glue gun. You can obviously, if you have a Cricut, you could also make bows just like this. But if you don't have a Cricut and you only have an embroidery machine, you can stitch these out on your embroidery machine. And if you have a bigger hoop, such as like a 5x7 or a 6x10, you'll be able to do multiple bows on one hoop. You'll be able to bust out more bows. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Okay, so don't mind my tired face. It is well past my bedtime. I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night with this video. Stay tuned for episode 2. I have 7 projects planned out, maybe 8, because I was just talking with Eric a couple hours ago on another idea for a 4x4 hoop. So stay tuned. I'm gonna try and get these videos out to you as quickly as possible. So I'm gonna try my best to get one posted every other day, so it doesn't take like 3 months to show you guys all these different ways you can make money using a 4x4 hoop. So I'm gonna try and get these videos out quick. I will have a work with me video coming out very shortly. I have a bunch of orders that I have to get out ASAP. I cleared up my queue and I ended up getting like 10 more orders within like a 2 to 3 day span. So, and they're all outfits, like t-shirt and pants, and then I have like 3 baby blankets to do. So I am very busy for the next few days. I also have 2 baby shower gifts that I have to make. Luckily, I got one of the gifts for the baby shower already done, so I still have a bunch more stuff that I have to make, and I'm going to be showing you guys. That's going to be a hint for one of the 4x4 hoop ideas. I'm going to be incorporating some baby clothing items, I guess, in one of the videos. I'm not going to tell you too much. I probably just told you too much anyways, but just stay tuned. I have a ton of fun, cute ideas, so I hope you guys are looking forward to those, because I know I am. Anyways, I'm just gonna go ahead and stop rambling. Make sure to give this video a like so YouTube knows to share with others, and down in the comments below, let me know if you have ever made bows on your embroidery machine, and also down in the comments let me know which one of these bows was your favorite. Are you more of like a sailor type of bow person like me, or do you just like basic little bows? Anyways, I will see you guys next time. Bye.